I'm probably going to chew a lot in my...
I know. I just swallowed a whole piece of ice. I was like,
Yeah,
That's the most terrifying thing when you swallow a piece of ice accidentally.
Oh.
And you're like, like
dude.
that, like
choking.
1.1 second where you're like, oh God, this is it.
Yeah, choking's, I got a huge issue about choking. Like, not me personally, but my daughter. Like, that I worry the shit out of
Well,
it.
yeah, that's understandable.
I mean, it's just like, but then again, I do catch myself choking like an idiot.
I always get scared when I choke on, like, air. You know, when you do, like, that big gulp of air, and then you kind of feel it in your heart, and you're like, did I just have a heart attack? Like, is this what a heart attack feels like? And then you're Googling symptoms, and you're like, oh, my God, do I smell toast?
Never Google symptoms. Never. It's like the worst thing you can do. It's like the worst thing you can do. It's
I know,
like,
you're always dying.
Yeah, you're always dying. You go down that rabbit hole, and you're like, yeah, now you think about it, my knee does hurt more. Like
Yeah.
you're like...
The internet made everybody hypochondriacs.
Right. I mean, you could look up liver disease, but don't. You know what I mean? Like, just don't.
You could,
but
probably don't. Yeah.
No.
Just take it as it is.
Are we good? Are we live? All right. Are we good? We're good? All right, thank you guys. All right, so we got Abby Jean here, everyone, tonight. She is, okay, so she got an awesome story. I'm going to give the cliff notes, and then we'll go back and live it through your eyes.
Oh, God.
All right?
Okay.
So this young lady came to this awesome club that we're at right away. We're going to say we're not at Evenflow, because everyone of our podcasts has been at Evenflow, so everybody's like, what the fuck? This isn't Evenflow. This is obviously the Comedy Vault. There's comedy, the stage behind us. I know you can't see the art, but my buddy Bill Furlong has awesome art all around the world, all around the walls.
Beautiful.
Jim Carrey, Eddie Murphy, I don't take him off. But anyway, so what happened was when we opened this place up, Abby came in and said, hey, I want to get an interview with you guys. And we were like, okay, we were absolutely looking for we needed servers and bartenders. Like, and that was when it was, so when we first opened, it was still kind of that window where people get collecting unemployment, you know, and they were kind of like, I don't want a job right now because I'm still getting it from the state.
Right.
You know? So it was hard to get, but we got a great staff hired. It was awesome. But you came in, and I thought at first you're going to be a great cocktailer, but then what it comes down to is you're a comedian.
Yes.
Yes.
I am. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I started doing comedy in college.
Okay.
So I've been doing it for about 6 years.
So you got 4 more years to get good.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still waiting on getting paid,
Right.
but we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Right.
But no, I started in college, and just a group of buddies and we started an open mic at Monk's, which shout out to Monk's in Dubuque, Iowa.
Shout out.
And we started the Comedy Under Monk show, so the Cum show. And
It's perfect.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of us, and then pretty soon the comedy bar came in, and it just kind of took off from there.
No shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then I graduated college and had an expensive piece of paper and nothing to do with it, so I decided to just pursue comedy for a little while.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am the proud owner of, proud boss of a girl that is an awesome person and a great comedian. I think you're fantastic.
Thank you. I like how you said owner.
Owner. I don't own you. I'm your boss, but I'm not your owner. So, but I don't know what century I was born into, I guess. So, but maybe there might be whips and chains. That's for something completely.
All right, Rihanna.
Gee. No, but anyway, it's awesome because I get to hear you do your stand-up, and then you also, because of this club, tell the Mitch story.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
So I was really fortunate to be working at this club when Mitch Fatel came through. And
shout out to Mitch.
Yeah, shout out to Mitch. Good buddy. He's my good buddy.
He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Kills it.
Yeah.
He kills it.
On and off stage. He's a very funny person.
He just kills it, yeah.
Yeah, and a genuine person, too. He's a really, really nice guy.
Yeah, you guys have actually become, like, friends now.
Yeah, we're good buddies.
That's awesome. So anyway, tell everybody, because you guys met here and because you liked your 5 minutes, what did he do?
Yeah, he gave me some notes afterwards, and I took them, and he let me go on his second show, and then he flew me out to Reno, and I got to perform with him at the Laugh Factory in Reno.
At the Laugh Factory in Reno. How badass is that?
It was really cool. It was really, that was a really dope experience. We had a good time.
Dude, and I heard some of her 5 minutes, and it's fucking hilarious. She gets a crowd into it. It's great. She's great feature.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
So,
yeah, I'm excited.
So, but now we got the big thing though. Like you got to go from 5 to 15 minutes now, right? Is that what you're at right now? Is that what you're doing now? You're at 15?
Yeah. I'm hoping to I think
What's
Material?
what's the most material you think? Do you think you couldn't do 45? Could you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you could.
Oh, I could talk for hours.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah,
I like
I got
this.
stories upon stories.
Oh
baby.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, I hit the thing.
By the way, we got to give a shout out. These are brand new microphones, brand new lighting, everything to Andrew and Tristan and Eddie, Maddie, wherever the hell they're at. With hey, what is it, Andrew Fawcett? What is it again? What is it?
The Mind Faucet.
The Mind Faucet. That's who these guys are. So if you're looking for some audio-visual guys, they're fucking awesome. I love them. Like I said, we did this. This whole entire thing started from Maddie and I. Long time ago. This is probably 7 years ago when internet, like Facebook, was actually face streaming everything. It was a big deal. When they first started face streaming live, it was a big deal. Like it's probably about 7 years ago, Andrew. What do you think when they started? When they started actually
like Facebook Live.
Facebook
started?
Live stuff?
Yeah, about 7 years ago.
So we wanted to hop on there big time at Evenflow and get our bands on there.
Oh, okay.
So Maddie and I put together this idea, this concept, invested some money in it because it's marketing. You know what I mean? And since then, it's blown up to like Maddie and Andrew and Tristan have been doing all the comedians here. They've been doing big bands at Evenflow. They've been doing stuff at their place in what is that place called again? Fort Knox. Yeah, Fort Knox. They've been doing shit in Fort Knox. They've been doing shit. So really, it started off as just an idea of recording some stuff, and now they got some fucking badass professional shit now, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
You're like, shit, they're going to see everything on my face.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. I'm like, oh, fuck.
4K cameras, I fucking hate them.
I remember when like Facebook Live became a thing, but my whole thing is
Well, you
now,
were just a puppy then. How old are you, do you mind? Aren't you having a birthday?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm 27.
Well, maybe if we can get enough alcohol, we can just make this podcast last until your birthday. We can celebrate at midnight.
Yeah, just take a shot at midnight. And be like, all right, we're done. See you later. I'll see you tomorrow.
We just stay here, just say, screw it. Gotta work tomorrow anyway.
That's true. We have a sick green room.
We got a sick green room.
Yeah.
We do that. Yeah, and the comedians love that, which is really cool. Yeah, things have been going really good here. How about for you? What's going on with you? You got any other gigs on?
Not really. I mean, we're going down to Austin to Moon Tower, so that'll be really cool.
That's very cool. Tell a little bit more about that. What's going on with that?
It's a comedy festival down in Austin, Texas called Moon Tower, and it's a big comedy festival. A lot of the comedians that we've had here are going to be there. So we got like Jeremiah Watkins, Jesus Trejo is going to be there.
Shout out.
Adam Ray is going to be there.
Yeah, I love Adam Ray.
Josh Wolf,
Yep.
Emma Willman, and Rachel Feinstein.
Ah, Rachel was the best too.
Yeah.
She was a blast.
Yeah.
Dude, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to hear those stories.
Yeah, I'm really excited for
Yeah,
it.
maybe we'll do a podcast
Yeehaw.
afterwards, and then that's where you take your little notes and like
Yeah, give all the deets.
get all the deets.
Yeah.
No. I'm excited for you guys down in Austin. And Austin's a place to fucking be right now, isn't it?
Yeah. I like that their logo is Stay Weird. I feel like
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Stay Weird in Austin. I'm getting cues from off the camera that I'm not close enough to the microphone.
Ah, I was wondering, like, you were like, I'm like, what's going on over there?
I know. I was like,
did somebody come in the club?
I was going a little bit like this, which is embarrassing. So sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. It's perfect.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But no, back to the Facebook Live thing.
Yeah.
I liked Facebook Live, but like, does everybody need to be live? You know?
Yeah. No.
Like, there are some people that go live on Facebook that you're just like, shut up.
Yeah. But that's the whole point, though. It's your choice to turn it off or turn it on or turn it flip.
I understand that. I'm not on Facebook anymore.
No, you're one of those, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
just like really far ahead. I'm just really beyond my time.
You're ahead of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually stepped out of the box.
Yeah.
And did not go on.
I appreciate nature. One of those people.
I don't think Zuckerberg really cares if you're on or not because he's got something like 4 billion people on Facebook or something like half the planet. Like
he's a lizard.
There's literally countries out there where he's the operating system. Like the whole entire country is run on Facebook.
Yeah, see,
it's insanity.
I don't like that.
That's weird.
I don't like too many things on computers.
Yeah.
That scares me. Like everything's automated
I don't think Hunter Biden wants that either.
Who?
Oh, a little too soon. A little too soon. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I love social media and the fact when it's like I like memes and I like when people are funny on social media.
Yeah, of
but
course.
besides that, social media is always funny too because I always say that the difference between reality and fiction, right? Fiction is when you know the camera's taking a picture of you. Reality is when you don't.
Yeah, and now everything's on social media, so
It's constant.
yeah. And
Yeah.
people can have like different personas. Like, you know what catfishing is.
Oh my God, yeah, that's
You ever been
crazy.
catfished?
No, have you?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
Have you ever cat?
Have I ever catfished? Have you ever catfished? No, I would never catfish.
No.
I don't do social media. I don't even do Twitter. I don't have Facebook. I don't have any of that stuff.
Did you do dating apps?
Never did. I never.
No?
I once got.
You kind of strike me as a dating app kind of guy.
No, the only one I got is What's Up app because I had a girlfriend in Brazil. Yeah, so I dated a girl in Brazil for like 14 months, and
How did that happen?
well,
how did that happen without an app?
ironically, it's Maddie's wife, sister.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy,
makes
small
sense.
world. And
makes
yeah,
sense.
we hit it off and had a blast, and we just dated for a while, and it was great. It was and I love Brazil.
You went over there?
Oh God, bunch
Cool.
of times. Yeah, it is literally the melting pot of like how we're the melting pot of the world. They're more of a melting pot than us. I swear to God, man. There are like.
I don't know anything about Brazil.
It's beautiful. They speak Portuguese. It's a beautiful country. It's unfortunately the separation between wealth and poverty there is even worse than here. And like,
Oh, I'm sure.
it's like worse than like South Side Chicago. It's bad there.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's real bad there. I mean, there's the rich, and then there's everybody else.
Right.
That's all it is. There's
Damn.
like very little middle class.
Damn.
Yeah, but it was an interesting time in my life. I really loved it. I really learned a lot about myself and a lot about different cultures and countries. One thing that's crazy about that is burping out loud is as bad as farting at the dinner table. So like
Really?
if you burp, they look at you like you just farted at the table.
I would not do well in Brazil.
I did.
I
Oh,
would
man.
not do well at all.
I did fucking terrible. Who knows? Hey, who knows though? They love comedy down there. You might go down there and do 5 minutes with Mitch or something. You never know.
In Brazil?
You never know. People go all the time.
What am I going to do? Just burp and fart? I don't speak Portuguese.
No, you don't need to. They speak English.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, Portuguese is
That's interesting.
50% of the people that I talked to were very, very fluent in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at geography. Just in general.
Don't even know. Do you even know where Brazil is? Kind of.
South America.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Which is,
Yeah, that's close
That
enough.
way?
Yeah. Yeah, that way.
I have no
South.
idea. It's south,
South.
you know.
South.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So, have you ever been out of the country?
I've been to London.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun. I was in like 6th grade.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we did, this is what we were talking about before. We did go on a ghost tour in London. And so here's the thing about my mom is a huge horror fan.
Okay.
Like everything murder, serial killers growing up. Like I remember watching, like the first horror movie I ever watched was Carrey.
Oh, I love
Right?
Stephen King.
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay,
It's
but
great.
not for a person in 4th grade.
No.
Right? So my mom has me watch it.
No.
And I was so scared at night that we went upstairs, and you know that part in Carrie where her mom like hugs her and then starts doing the Our Father?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to bed, and my mom goes, okay, good night, and I'm sorry, everything's gonna be okay. And she hugs me and starts doing
No.
the Our Father. She starts going, Our Father, who art in heaven. I was like,
Oh my God, Abby Jean, that's scary as shit.
But yeah, my mom's hilarious, but
That's-
she loves horror stuff. So every family vacation we went
I mean, that's
on,
child abuse. You know that, right?
I turned out just fine.
I don't know.
Hey,
We're
without a
the
little tragedy,
jury's still out
where's
there.
the humor?
Yeah, exactly. Without tragedy, where the fuck are you? Exactly.
My parents hugged me like just enough, just enough to make me a functioning psycho.
In a scary way. In a
Yeah.
scary way. Yeah.
I'm functioning. I'm functioning.
Yeah, I know not to walk, put my back to you. I'm smart enough to know that.
Yeah, you gotta always kind of keep eyes on me. Yeah, a little shifty-eyed.
Now it's starting to all come together. Now I know why you got the shifty eye. Your mom taught you at a very young age to be fucking scared out of your mind.
And that pranks are hilarious.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Did she also, after that, she just put The Shining on and it was like, red rum.
Oh yeah,
Rad Ram.
yeah. She actually went to Colorado to the
Oh,
hotel.
she did.
Yeah, and she
My
sent
brother and
me,
sister went there, too.
And she sent me a postcard, and the whole postcard is just all work and no play makes Tammy a dull girl.
Oh,
and that's the whole
that's what she
postcard
put
that
on
she
there.
filled out. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, now I know where you get your sense of humor, too.
Yeah,
now.
and like in DC, we went on a family trip, and like we did all the basics. or whatever. But we also went to a crime museum that was just like the Hall of Fame for serial killers. And we got to do like a blood splatter thing where you have to figure out what weapon was used to kill someone based off the blood splatter.
I'm surprised you're not like Dexter right now. I'm surprised you're working at the comedy club.
It's my cover.
It's your cover.
That'd be a good movie.
That's a good cover.
That'd be a good movie.
Yeah, it'd be a good movie. Where like you're like the happy-go-lucky comedian, but then you're like behind closed doors. You're just
The tagline could be "Serving up killer laughs."
singing gospel songs. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you.
Just Ave Mary. It's just me dismembering a body.
and then on Don't Miss Her, she's got 2 shows on Friday and 2 shows on Saturday.
Ding.
Right.
But no, we went on a ghost tour every family vacation. So then when I went to college, I became a ghost tour guide.
Oh shit!
That
Tell
was
me
like
about
one of
that.
my first jobs.
So you actually toured people. Did you ever see any ghosts?
I got freaked out once.
Okay.
One time, and I didn't go back to work for 2 weeks.
Okay, tell me.
So we had bus tours, right? Mm-hmm. And first of all, super embarrassing. This is in Galena, Illinois. Have you ever been there? Yeah, Galena.
I'm very familiar with Galena.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I worked for a ghost tour company out there, and they gave me like the whole shebang. Like I had the old-timey top with the wool skirt, and they made me carry a fucking lantern, which was so embarrassing. Like, come follow me, and like all this stuff. And I had to.
Did you have a script?
Yeah.
Did you
really?
really?
Yeah, they had like the worst jokes ever. So I was just standing at the front of the bus looking like fucking Fozzie Bear, like, waka waka. The crowd's dead. Like, fucking, so stupid. It was so stupid.
Oh my God, they gave you punchlines to say waka waka. That's great.
And even like I just had to keep the ball rolling. Like I've never bombed worse than when I was on those ghost tours. Like, there were some times where people were just not laughing. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll stick to the history.
But I mean, how are you supposed to win? They're not coming for like jokes. They want to be scared. You know, they want to like see something or do something.
I know, but like, I can hide around the corner and be like,
Yeah,
there
exactly.
you go, you got your money's worth.
So
kid.
explain what kind of tour it was. Would you actually like walk a house or what'd you do?
Yeah, so we went on a bus and we would go around downtown Galena. We had 3 stops. So one was a old plantation, like one of the first plantations in Illinois or something like that.
Slave ghost.
One was a mansion built in 1800 something, very old. And then another one was the oldest cemetery in Galena. And people would see apparitions and stuff like that there. But the plantation was like a new stop because we used to stop at the old poor farm, which was an insane asylum, but it got torn down.
Okay.
So we would take people and it would just be like an empty field of like, this is where it once stood. It would be cool if it was still here, but here's a dowsing rod. Go hunt, like go do the thing. But we started going to these cabins, these log cabins, and I guess this slave owner / plantation guy beat to death one of his slaves and in one of the cabins. And that cabin is still standing. It's a bed and breakfast now, so you can go rent out that cabin. But they let us go in, and we had EMF detectors, like the the beep, 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 beep.
Like Ghostbuster shit.
Yeah, and like we had dowsing rods, which they're also used to like find water lines, like the 2 copper rods.
Okay.
But you can talk to spirits through them, so you hold them, and then you're like, show me yes, and then the rods will move, and then that'll be your yes, and then they always go back to reset. I mean, some of it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's Ouija board stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, when it does happen, it's pretty cool. But we also had a spirit box. It was like Spirit Box 1607 or something like that. It was one of those like
1607.
like the radio frequency things, like the.
Oh yeah.
And so how those work is it's like, I don't know, 4 radio stations per second or something like that. So it just scans radio frequencies really fast. And like the belief is that spirits can take that energy and kind of communicate through those little blurps. Like so like when you hear on Ghost Adventures, like that. Yeah. And what was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
My Ed Hardy shirt.
See, the problem with all that stuff is like some of it's parlor tricks, some of it is actually science. Some like just the needles moving and stuff like that. But like, there's too as much as I'm a huge science dude. There's just too much not to just ask the question, what energy does happen? You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. You
we
can
don't know.
walk into a place and you're like, ooh.
Ooh, yeah. There's energy in here.
Like,
there's something going on.
Yeah. What is that?
Well, I mean, Isaac Newton was the dude that said it. I mean, he's the one that said that, you can't create or destroy energy. So energy exists, and it doesn't, like, the whole universe is balanced, right? So, like, when we do die, there is some sort of energy that leaves us. It's obvious. We know that.
Yeah,
we know your electricity ends,
Because you can see it in the eyes. People have said that,
Yeah.
Like, you can see it go,
yeah. So
something leaves.
whatever it is, energy, whatever, it goes somewhere, and who knows if it stays at a location or whatever. I don't fucking know. I
Right.
don't know. But I do know that, he was the shit, and he did, we know that there's something, we just don't
for
know
sure.
what.
I agree.
Yeah.
I grew up Catholic.
Oh,
so,
you did? Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, so I think that's why I'm such a sucker for conspiracy theories
Absolutely.
now. Is because I was just told to
Because the
believe
Vatican
something with
itself,
very little-
the Vatican
little
itself
evidence.
is a conspiracy theory. I mean, it's a gigantic business that I was part of for 18 years of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Like, I was feeding into this country over in Italy that is the most powerful little thing in the world, and I had no idea it was even part of it. Like,
and the guy has a pointy hat.
and the guy's a pointy hat.
Yeah.
So it's a funny, Catholic religion's a weird thing. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
When did you, like, so me, when I was 18 and went to college, and when I got to college, then I was like, oh, there's other religions, and there's other people out there, and there's other ideas and thoughts, and then that's the beginning of the end right there for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I always kind of felt weird about it. I don't know. I think because I was terrified of sin from like a
I like
super
this,
young age.
Marcus. You're a beautiful man.
Oh, thank you. Oh, hey.
Look at this guy. This guy's a sexy beast with his drinks. I'm not tipping you, by the way. I'm not tipping you, you
With
jerk.
my wallet and my other pants.
Yeah, we're not tipping that jerk. He's a jerk. So anyway, no, it's just it's an interesting thing because you grow up your life, and you believe in one thing, and then you get educated and you change your thoughts. You change
You
your beliefs.
get reprimanded for questioning anything. You just don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a big thing.
That was my whole thing.
Yeah, that was a big thing too. What age would you probably say that you did? Are you still a devout Catholic?
No.
No.
I don't know. I would say, I went to Catholic school all through college.
Okay. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All the way through? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why you're fucked up too.
But I know. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Like
Right.
every onion that you or every layer of the onion you peel back that is me, you're just like, oh my God, I think this thing might be rotten.
Yeah. Yeah. We might have to send you back in and get a replacement.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry,
love my job.
she had a job before this. I guess it's an interview.
Yeah, this is my official interview.
This is your official interview. Sorry, Liz, you should be here.
Executive decision.
Yeah, yeah. We did a podcast, and then I fired her the next day.
No, yeah, because I
'cause
thought about that because
She
I was
went
like,
to college at a Catholic college. You can't work at a bar.
yeah, because you are HR, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I
Well,
could just
Depends when I'm.
depends on who's here.
Yeah. Right. Right.
But no, I went to a Catholic college and high school. I went to an all-girls Catholic high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rosary. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
Shout out to Rosary.
Shout out to Rosary.
Oh.
Yeah, my brother went to Marmion, and my sister-in-law went to Rosary.
Oh, nice.
And a bunch of my cousins went to Rosary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Marmion, but every time I went to Marmion, it was my brother, like football game stuff. I was a blast, and it was like a campus.
Oh, they're super fun. Yeah.
Let's fucking go all.
Marmion's great.
Marmion's-
Marmion's really fun.
Yeah, Marmion's got everything there.
Yeah.
You know?
Rosary's just kind of like the
I was like,
meek sister school.
but I didn't understand, like, because when I went to Oswego, I'm like, how come Oswego's not like Marmion? Like, I didn't understand the difference between a public and private school. Like, I had no idea. I didn't know at all.
Yeah.
So, like, when I went to high school, I'm like, how come there's no pool at my school? My brother had a pool at school. How come, what?
Right.
Yeah, like, what is going on here? And it took me a while to figure out, oh, that place costs money to go there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
oh.
I was terrified of public school kids growing up
Why?
because they always looked so much older.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Well, because I guess
Because you guys wore uniforms? Like,
we wore uniforms and the guys couldn't have facial hair and they
yeah.
had to have a certain haircut and
That's
stuff.
true.
And so I'd see people who were my age and I'd be like, what the fuck?
right.
Like, no, you're not. No way.
Yeah, that is interesting. I never thought about it like that. I was not. I was.
They were so much more advanced.
Yeah.
They
and
knew so much more.
See, that's funny.
And I was like Ariel. I was like, I want to be a part of that world. Like, I want to know shit. I don't care what's going on in the classroom. Fuck
what
that.
do you call them? What do they do? Walking on, what do you call them? Legs? You're like singing Ariel songs to the public school people. It's like, what are you doing? I just want to belong.
I feel like the people would be like, she finally lost it.
Yeah.
Yep, there she goes.
There she goes.
Yep. Never getting that back.
No. Well, I mean, a mom that scared the fucking shit out of you after Stephen King book movies, and 27 years, what feels like, of Catholic school, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you ever get? I got pulled really hard by the ear. Did you ever get any Catholic whipping?
No, I just got really dumb detentions.
Dumb detentions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we just always got detentions. I'm part of the generation where like people care about kids.
Yeah.
So I think you were part of the generation where you're like, nah, hit them.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, my generation was they didn't fuck. Like we literally are like we know everybody that's 45 years old knows that like we were all thrown, like at least in my school we were all thrown together in the same classrooms. They didn't really.
Yeah.
They didn't care. They just put us in there and just go.
Yeah.
You know. So, but now it's totally different because my daughter, I love going to her school. I wish I went to my daughter's school. Like when I go visit my daughter's school, they have awesome field trips. They do really cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very cool. It's just different. We're just different. And then, you know what? The generation before would say the same thing. Like my parents would say the same thing, that it was a harder generation. You know what I mean? And their grandma and grandpa would say the same thing. It's always that same.
Back in my day.
Yeah, exactly. Although I would never fucking want to go back in time. I tell you that right now.
No?
No, God no.
Not even for like a day.
If I could build a time machine, I'd go, talk to Isaac Newton. I'd love to just have a conversation with him.
You would go talk, like you go that far back?
He was one guy I really talk to. Lincoln would be another guy I like to talk to. Gandhi, maybe.
Wow, your choices are a lot more sophisticated than mine.
Yeah, I mean, I want to learn from these freaking geniuses. You know what I mean?
True.
I do. The people that. That's why it's fun now to be like living in a world now where we actually do live with, like, I mean, technically, Elon, his engineering skills are at the level of a genius. You know, so we're watching
Lizard.
Einstein. You know,
Yeah.
right now. You know, we're literally watching it. You know,
Yeah.
and some people want to, rub against it and say, nah, but the guy flew a goddamn car up into space and back, and he's got his whole internet. You know.
Do you believe in conspiracy theories?
Yes, because most
Do you believe in like lizard people?
No, not lizard people. Do you believe in lizard people?
A little bit.
Are you a flat earther?
I was for a couple of months.
You were
For a couple of months.
Let's find out what drugs those were.
Well, I was born Catholic. It turns out that I'm a Methodist, if you catch my drift.
Oh,
So that's what kind of...
That's what flat earth you.
That's what pushed me off the edge.
Yes, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yes, I can understand that. Oh, thank God you're neither religion now.
I know.
Thank God.
Now I'm just
Now you're
straight atheist.
Right. No, just an alcoholic, just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Functioning.
Functioning.
I
Functioning.
put a lot of work into that adverb, okay, or is it adjective, or is it adverb?
Adverb.
Functioning is functioning.
Adverb,
Isn't it?
right?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm an idiot.
It's amazing. Like, that was nailed into us in school, like adverb, adjective, all
Yeah,
that
it
stuff.
was.
Nothing. I remembered nothing.
It's because we don't do any of that. Like in a text, I barely even put 4 words down to try to talk to
Watching
someone.
you text is the most excruciating thing I've ever seen in my life. And watching you type is even worse. I've never actually seen someone who does
Oh, I'm just awful.
that. It's painful.
Well, I'm very dyslexic, okay, and it's something that I've always challenged throughout my whole entire life. Like literally, just like reading emails is like I rather run 10 miles than read emails just because it's so exhausting.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, and I can't. I'll tell you a funny story. You're so funny you say that because it's like I have the worst handwriting ever, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And when unfortunately about 15 years ago, I got in a car accident. I got brain surgery. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. So at the time, my wife that I was married to for only 6 months, by the way, got married. 6
Oh,
months later,
wow.
had brain surgery, car accident, brain surgery, all that shit. Like had to go through.
Oh, my God,
Yeah,
right?
like everything. And one thing that I did is that like at one point, you learn how to walk again and learn how to fucking do everything, eat and all that shit. And one time I was writing, and the girl was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Knuth. I think your husband's gonna have a lot of problems learning how to write." And she's like, "Nah, he always wrote like that."
That's very
So I was
funny,
like,
yeah.
Well, I was like, yeah. I can't believe. Don't ever watch me type again. It's mind numbing.
Yeah, it's excruciating.
What do you mean
It's
texting?
painful.
How do you fuck up texting? How do I fuck up texting?
Because it's so funny to watch you because you'll be trying to, because you always say your texts out loud before you say them.
I do.
Before you speak to Siri, you always respond out loud.
Uh-huh.
And then you go to text it and then you get frustrated and then you go straight to the talk text. It's so funny. It's so funny to watch.
Oh, I get so frustrated.
Because I'm always like, I wonder how many times it's going to take him to like type before he just goes, you know what?
And then you got the fuckers that turn on the sideway and they got both thumbs going.
The sidekicks.
Oh.
Remember like when cell phones were all different?
Yeah.
Remember that? When
Yeah.
you were like, oh, this is like some people had razors, some people had sidekicks,
Yeah.
some people still had flip phones. I miss that individuality.
Yeah.
Now everyone's got a box.
Yep. In the whole entire world, everybody's doing the same. We're all.
Because like if you don't have an Android or an iPhone, you're fucked.
Yep.
You're
It's-
absolutely fucked. You can't really do anything.
And we're all robots now. You know that, right? We're all going to be robots. We're in a process right now of turning into them because you know
I will.
it's
I
too
refuse
late.
anarchy.
You're a cyborg. You know what? I can prove you're a cyborg. Here, I'll prove it. Break your phone and don't buy another one tomorrow. Can't do it.
Well, can I throw that over
No,
there?
don't break your phone. Don't really break your phone.
So you're the robot.
Well, yeah, I am. But but what I'm saying is that if we're so connected to our phone.
I know. You'd be fucked without it.
Dude, I always make the joke like when first thing I wake up in the morning, I'm like, "Where's my daughter? Where's my phone?" It's like literally that. It's like that's how important it is. Like
I
it's
don't
disgusting.
I don't like that.
But
Do you feel like you could go off the grid?
no, with 2 businesses? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah, you
I'm
got
done. I'm a
responsibilities. That must
slave.
suck.
I'm a slave to the taxes and the phone.
Yeah.
I'm a slave to those 2 things.
Have you ever read 1984?
Oh,
by
fuck
George
yeah.
Orwell?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, with like the whole Big Brother
Oh my
thing.
God, he nailed it. You know, another one too
crazy.
is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury.
Yeah, great book.
Dude, the craziest thing about that one was he predicted. Now Orwell predicted a lot of things, but he predicted walls would be TVs, like the whole entire wall would be a TV. And now remember, when he wrote this book, a TV was a box. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and he said that it would be a whole wall, and it'd be the family would be on there. It would be like the Kardashians, and everybody watched it, or the royal family, or whatever. Somebody, you know what I mean? Like a family something. And it's true because that's what 90% TV is people watching other families. You know, I mean, even we talked about before.
God, that's true.
I mean, we even made that joke earlier. Remember we talked about how awesome the Simpsons are and South Park. What they do
Oh, yeah.
is no matter what, at the end of the episode, everybody's back together.
They always have the family dynamic.
Kenny comes back to life, or
Yep.
you know, they're always back together. And the families.
That's true.
You even said the Family Guy does the same thing.
Yep.
You know, and it's we're programmed. that.
cartoons.
So like literally, like think of a TV show, with the exception of like Friends. You know, is
Yeah.
like a family. You know, Seinfeld was awesome.
Well, Friends are
Is
the
a
family.
right?
Yeah.
The family is the family. So it's like and that's 90% of what our TV is, and we're born into it. And that's what you talk about these phones. That's the next thing. That everybody in the family has one. All your
That's
friends
true.
have one, don't you? You
Yeah.
gotta have an Android.
You have to.
Yeah. But I want to go off the grid. I don't want to get sucked into, playing Bejeweled for 7 hours.
They made it impossible.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. The next couple years are gonna be really fun as far as technology goes. We're gonna see what happens. And then
Fun is a loose term.
yeah, I guess. Yeah,
I'm
fun.
terrified of technology.
I mean,
feel
seriously, would you put a computer chip in your brain?
No.
But what happens if the guy next to you or the girl next to you has a computer chip in their brain and they are 6,000 times smarter than you?
I don't care.
Okay.
I would.
And then that person
I put
takes.
a
And that
bullet
person,
in my brain before I put a computer chip in there.
All right, I'm gonna record this. Are we recording this? Record this. I'm gonna call you on your bluff. Somebody's gonna build a computer chip that's gonna be like, this is the greatest invention ever.
I am at peace being dumb. I'm cool to it, man. I'm
peace.
cool. I'm
You're
totally
happy.
cool with
Hey,
it.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly.
Ignorance
Like
is bliss.
I don't participate in society as little as possible, or I participate in society as little as possible. Like I don't know if I can say this on camera. I've never voted. Like I've never.
Yeah, you can say that. It's your choice.
I've never voted. I barely pay attention to the news. Like when coronavirus started,
Yeah.
I was so out of the loop, and like I wasn't working or anything like that, and I wasn't really going anywhere, that I went into a store and I saw people with masks on, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And they were like, mask mandate. And I was like, for what? And then that's how I learned about coronavirus. It was at a Hy-Vee from like a greeter.
Wow, that's pretty. I like how unplugged you are. That's
yeah.
nice.
And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
That's good.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, back inside. Yeah. And so I'm so dumb to like the world. Like I have no idea how anything works. Nothing. And I'm totally okay with it. Like if I think about like government and stuff, I kind of know how it works ish, but like I don't know. I don't care.
Government, I kind of know how to work as ish.
I mean, I passed the Constitution test, so
Well,
I know how it works.
That's one step.
Couldn't tell you one fact from it.
It's one step.
Yeah. But other than that, like I don't know.
But that's good because then you're not filling your mind with a bunch of fucking garbage because that's what 90% of it is.
Yeah.
You know, it all is. I mean, it's all lies and deceit, and you got to try to swim your way through it and to find out what the truth is.
Yeah.
And then you find out like all this crazy shit that like shit that they're releasing 50 years after the fact. That like Lupe Fiasco has do you know who Lupe Fiasco is?
Isn't that a DJ?
No, he's a rapper, R&B artist out of Chicago. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's out on the south side of Chicago, and he's Lupe Fiasco, and he's got some of the best albums. And he got canceled because his father was head of the Black Panther back in the day, or one of the higher ups in Black Panther. Yeah, and so I'm pretty sure. Look that up, Andrew. Make sure I'm not lying. I might be lying about that. Sorry, Lupe, if I called you out on that, but I'm pretty sure that his dad was a Black Panther. But anyway, and he got canceled, I think, for that. I don't know, but he wrote this awesome album called Food and Liquor.
Okay.
And it's really awesome because he talks about, he, on the south side of Chicago, like the font, when you go like if you go to the north side of the city by like, you go to the Ivy or something like that, it's really cool outside, it's really cool. You go to the south side of Chicago and the stores literally have Food and Liquor is the same font. Like
oh my God, that is true.
So it's like we're trying to say, hey, food is just as important as liquor. And he wrote this awesome album about this, and he's got a song called "American Terrorist" on there, which I totally recommend if you guys want to hear a great song. And it's talking about how the American terrorists are not guys from. It's us. It's us that put the Chinese people to do the slaves on the train. We take the Native Americans and put them in. We're the terrorists. The Americans are the terrorists. You know what I mean? Like our ancestors. Survival of the fittest. It is what it is, right?
Right.
So, but anyway, he's got a fantastic album about that. So I don't even know how we went on that tangent. What were we talking about? Oh, freedom on the phone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So in other words, you just said you are gonna unplug from the system and throw away your phone.
If I could, I would in a heartbeat.
It's too hard.
I really would.
It's too hard.
Yeah. I have like a couple of people I feel like that need to die first, and then I can go.
Then you can go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I almost want you to elaborate on that.
Yeah. Like, like my grandparents, like my grandma texts me.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant viciously. You meant like...
Ooh, I got another list for that, too.
Yeah, we got to do that.
But...
Wink, wink.
But no, I don't know. I'm scared of people today. Like the whole fucking Chris Rock thing.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. I'm still annoyed with that.
Oh, it's so fucking annoying. It's crazy annoying.
I keep hitting it. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. No, we're getting used to it, Brandon. Yeah.
But no, I like the whole Chris Rock thing. Like
it's ridiculous.
Oh, there's a conspiracy theory. Have you heard about this one?
Oh, give it to me, please.
Okay, that it was staged.
Oh, Jesus.
And here's the thing: is that Pfizer released, the pharmaceutical company Pfizer released a drug and like is starting to like promote this drug for alopecia, which is what Jada has.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Pfizer funded the Oscars.
Well, Pfizer funded
What do you think about that?
Pfizer's got trillions of dollars now. They got even more money because we can't sue them. They got to get out of jail pass for free.
But like, what do you think about that? What do you think about?
That's crazy because.
And Chris Rock just happened to be on tour. And now like all these shows are selling out.
Yeah, that's ugh, I don't know. The fact that Pfizer paid for it makes me really sick though. But that's impossible. That's no.
It's not impossible. It's Hollywood, baby.
Hollywood. Yeah, it is. All right, let me think about it. I'll ponder it.
Yeah, let that one sit for a second.
Yeah. It's just the impromptu of it and the speed of it. The promptu of it, the speed of it. There's no way in the world they would be able to. I mean, because Will Smith is a good actor, but he's still an actor. I don't know. That's interesting.
That's a hard one.
Scratchy.
That's a hard one.
There you go, Mark. How about that one over there, buddy? You gonna think about that one over there? Little Pfizer. Pfizer paid for you. You do it, right? Oh, you're not actually listening to what I'm saying. Hey, listen, if Pfizer paid me $6 million to slap Chris Rock in the face, and we're in on it together.
No.
No, I'm not slapping anybody in the face. That's ridiculous. You can't slap anybody, especially these days. That's ridiculous. It's assault. It's fucking assault.
Well,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, it also just gives people like the mentality of they can just get up and do whatever the fuck they want to someone who they don't like what they say.
You know what? The funny thing is I've heard that people say that all the time, but there's such a everybody with that like me or you or whatever, there's such a distance between me and Will Smith and our actions in life that when he did it, I didn't think for a second that, oh, good, now I get to go up and slap somebody in the face.
Yeah, not you.
Well, who else is like another asshole like that can do it? Like they think they're Will Smith.
Yeah, there are people. No, there are people like that come to comedy shows, right?
Right.
And you know the people that talk back constantly.
Yeah, that's true.
And like actually get upset.
That's
you know.
true. Yeah.
Like it's gonna give all the dumb people.
Yeah, you're
Or
right.
like, you know what? I did not like what he was saying, and I'm just gonna go up there and I'm just gonna fucking claw her face.
Yeah.
Like, no.
If Will Smith can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the love of Jada.
God, for the love of Jada.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're gonna start a religion, the Jada religion.
Jada.
It's gonna start a whole new religion.
It's called
Called
Satanism.
it's called sleeping with your son's boyfriend, I guess, or something like that.
What?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That was the whole thing. Like,
Is
like
that who she slept with?
I guess like that was what I heard.
Wow.
Like they had open marriage where it was like some young dude or whatever. You know. I don't know.
Interesting.
Who fucking knows? It's Hollywood. Could be all lies anyway, right? You know.
Or truth.
Or truth. Yeah. Or truth. Right. Yeah. Hollywood's an interesting place, man.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories with
Yeah.
Hollywood. Like, have you heard the one that Dave Chappelle is a clone?
Oh Jesus Christ.
Have you heard that one?
No.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I like it.
There's
Give it to me.
all these celebrities that people are saying they're clones, like Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
They're saying that the original Avril Lavigne died or something, and then they replaced her with either a clone or a different person. Same with like Paul McCartney. The original Paul McCartney died.
Get your
Have you heard-
fucking ass out of
You
here.
haven't heard these?
No, I'm
Yes.
not believing.
Yes.
Okay, so number one, here's the deal. I absolutely know for a fact that we, as technology, we absolutely can do cloning right now. 1,000%. We could do very, very good. In fact, we're so good at it now that we can change, like, there's 330 proteins in the DNA and the DNA spiral thingy, and we can move those around and we can create, like, you know, a bunch of Arnold Schwarzeneggers. Okay? We can do that. Like, we have the technology to do that right now. But those specific fucking people, no.
We're gonna have like a build your own baby pretty soon.
Fuck yeah.
Like I want blue eyes and I want his nose, my mouth.
Well, they already can do. They are going to change the DNA to make sure that you don't carry on illnesses or disease or anything like that. Or something that's hereditary.
But why?
But then eventually
the world has to go on. They're making a bunch of hypochondriacs.
Why? Do you say why? You can't stop progression. It's like just like you said. But why do I got to buy this phone? You're gonna buy the fucking phone. And when somebody next to you gets a fucking computer chip and they look 20 years younger, you're gonna be like, I want that computer chip, and I'll look 20 years younger. You're gonna you shake your head now, but if you get a computer chip,
what do I get if I win? What do I get if you're in
another
line
day
getting
older, deeper in debt.
what do I get if you're in line for your little microchip
Right.
brain
Okay.
thing, and I'm just gonna pull up in the parking lot, and you're gonna be getting your chip, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Mike."
Well, then you'll go to heaven or whatever. I don't know. You'll be happy. Yeah, and then
I get nothing.
you could talk shit about me later in the afterlife or
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know.
by that point, you'll be
And
able
you're
to
like,
send text
told
to
you.
heaven.
I told you.
I'll write in the clouds. I told you.
I told you.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's hilarious. Yeah, no. I don't know. I'm just saying that we have to like, whatever. It's just gonna be ugh. Like I said, I told somebody this and they laughed. I told somebody this 2 years ago and they laughed. I told somebody 2 years ago, it's like, I think we're gonna have to actually have a system place where if somebody comes into the bar with their robot girlfriend or boyfriend, right?
You have to check.
2 drink minimum or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if they're gonna take up a chair, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now that actually there's clubs out there that welcome guests that have robot boyfriends and girlfriends. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I know.
Do they check IDs?
Uh,
Like, do you think they're like, this model, that's the M16,
yeah,
dude. She's too young.
She's way too young. Come on, man. No way. And then you get the scary one that comes in with the S14. You're like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
No, come on. Don't be a weirdo.
R. Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still got a lot of money. You never know. Jesus Christ.
Oh, and R. Kelly could come out with a whole line of robots because it could be the R. Kellys, like Robot Kellys. Robot Kelly's 14.
Robot Kelly's 14. Oh,
Piss resistant.
And she's definitely from another country. She's a robot from another country. God, that fucking guy. And talk about a talented motherfucker, too. That guy was...
Stuck in the closet.
Stuck in the closet. Stuck in the closet.
I'm not going to lie. I only know the remix to Ignition.
Oh,
Hot and fresh out the kitchen.
He's not like, okay, the one he got super famous for was obviously the Michael Jordan one. You know, I believe I can fly.
Oh, that's him?
I believe, right? Am I right? Right? That's R. Kelly, right, guys? Yeah, okay, good.
Interesting.
I don't want to fuck that one up. I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway, but he's got a bunch of those fucking weird videos. But he, as an entertainer, I'll never forget this. My good friend Anthony, actually did Anthony Massaro. I did a podcast with him back in the day. He went and saw him live, R. Kelly live, right? And he said, Mike, it was the most. There's one part where he comes out and he goes behind a sheet. Okay, he goes behind a sheet and it's just a silhouette and it's just him jerking off. Like literally, that's what R. Kelly. He went. Swear to God, he went in a silhouette and it was R. Kelly just and like. Literally, that was during the song. And Anthony goes, it was the most entertaining thing ever.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, that's R. Kelly. You know, he's crazy. The guy's crazy.
That's insane.
I know. He told me that story. And
insane.
Dude, shout out to Anthony. He's great. He's so funny.
Who's the choreographer for that tour?
I know, exactly. Well, I should be. I mean... sorry. Anyway, no, but like he did. But ironically, the funny thing is that Anthony's a fucking awesome musician. He's in a bunch of different bands, and for him to be like, "Oh yeah, it was very well done." So like, I'm taking his point of opinion that I probably should have gone to R. Kelly shows back in the day before was a pederast.
That's interesting.
I guess he was always a pederast. We just didn't know about it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What an interesting artistic choice.
Oh, dude, Anthony's got the best stories. He got so many stories.
There's definitely a fine line in like the motion of jerking off.
Oh yeah.
That it goes from there's a fine line of artistic and perverted.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's such a fine line.
Very tiny.
Yeah.
A sea hair.
Yeah,
a sea hair.
You'll look at something and you'll be like, that's sexual, and they'll be like, no, that's art. But then you do the same thing, and people are like, fucking pervert.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, ew.
Well, and that alone, that once again, that's with sex too. I mean, there's a fine line between where you go from love making to slutty porn.
True.
Yeah. So
True.
there's that line.
There's also a fine line between porn and prostitution. It's just a camera. Think about it.
I'm a huge fan that like I don't understand as a society we haven't legalized or try to like understand prostitution when we know that the countries that do it do such a fantastic job.
Oh, that's like a whole revolution that's happening right now to support sex workers.
Yeah, so absolutely.
I'm here for it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and we know it's Illa's profession. So why in all these years, why don't we just get it right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not going anywhere.
No.
It's not going anywhere. No. It's not. Listen, it hasn't gone anywhere since the beginning of man, and it hasn't changed since right now.
It'll be the one
like
consistent job for sure.
Yeah. Well, it already is with girls farting in bottles and shit like that, and doing those whatever they're doing now, whatever the you me videos. What is that called?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about OnlyFans. I know it's. I don't understand.
Obviously, I probably have like 4 or 5 that you don't know about. But no.
On OnlyFans. Check out Mike on OnlyFans, guys.
But this guy can't text. He's an idiot when he texts. So he doesn't know how to text or spell. So, but yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, it's smart.
It's absolutely fucking smart. It's absolutely
very smart.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, it's once again, it's a form. Listen, I'll quote Rogan all day and night. He goes, "There's no difference between gold digging and prostitution. The only difference is one guy's a lot richer. You know, I mean, like you know Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's true.
I mean,
that's true.
That's gold digging, prostitution? I mean, in that situation, what is
line.
that? Yeah, we're at fine line.
Fine line.
Fine red line.
Fine line.
Fine line. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's a funny thing.
Oh, I shouldn't look over there. I keep on looking over
What are
there.
you looking at where?
I don't know, over there.
There's
See
people.
what's going on behind me.
There's people here, like humans.
Yeah, see what's going on behind me.
You know what's going on?
So are you one of those people that when you go out, you like find a corner?
You know,
I do. I like scan like I scan everybody.
You know what? I used
I
to
make
not.
3 exit.
I used to not,
strategies.
but now I kind of do more. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I used to not give a shit where I sat, but now I kind of like where where my. That's why I love a mirror at a bar. You know, like why bars have mirrors. If you go to Europe, they don't have a lot of bars, mirrors and bars. You know, like behind the bar. In the old West, that's why they have a mirror in the bar, so that way you can sit with your. So you can't see somebody shoot you in the back. Oh. That's why. So if you go to Europe and stuff like that, you go to like they don't have mirrors behind their bar.
No way. That's like a cowboy thing?
That's a cowboy thing. That's an
Cool.
American thing. Yeah. So the whole mirror behind the
Yeah.
bar. Yeah, I know. So I love that. So I do like mirrors in restaurants and stuff like that because you can see around. But now the problem is that like now I go into places and I'm eyeballing them to think about like. How is this restaurant doing this? How are they, like now my
you're
brain,
like business
I
oriented.
can't have fun anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't just sit down in a restaurant, nice restaurant, eat without asking like, well, how do you think they did that? How much do you think that cost? You know what I mean? Like,
That would
how do
drive me
they set up the seat?
insane.
What POS system do they have here? Like these are all the fucking
drive me
80.
insane.
Oh, the ADHD goes off. Like, I wonder how they do that. I wonder how much you're paying them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, no.
Mine's always like, all right, so if someone came in that door, I could get out that door. Like, I'd throw, if a bar fight started, I could take that girl. That's like always my
I could
mentality.
take that
Yeah, I
girl.
always like have to pick my fight.
So when you get on an airplane, are you like the one that's closest to the exit? Like, are you the one that wants the exit door? You're like, I want to make sure I'm the first fucker off this plane.
No, because I can't afford that. I can never afford front of plane. I was in an emergency.
That's what I'm talking about too.
So I just got back from Boston, right?
Yeah.
And on my way to Boston, I was in the emergency lane.
Yeah.
Window
So
seat.
you were responsible for everybody on the plane.
Yeah,
It was the
which-
pilot, then you.
Yeah, which first mistake right there. Like I would be horrible in that situation. I'd be like, you know what? Yeah. If we want to hear a joke, waka waka.
Waka.
But I was in the aisle and I was sitting next to a guy. Here's my question for you. If something happens with the plane and you're asleep, would you want to be woken up?
No.
You just want to
I'd die in my sleep. I'd be much happier. Blow it up.
see. I had a struggle because we had like a little like thing with our plane happen.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, yeah, a little turbulence shit?
Yeah. Well, and also we had to make a landing at an airport that wasn't our original airport,
shit.
and I had
so
to like.
so what?
get it-
Your heart rate was going, huh?
Yeah, and like this is not my first rodeo. I once was in a plane going to Florida that like hit a goose or something, and I looked at my dad because I always look at like my dad for reassurance, right? And my dad looks at me and goes, "Oh," and I was like, "Fuck, we're going down." Like that's terrifying. But no, so this turbulence and we were like landing or whatever, and the guy next to me was asleep, and I didn't know if I should like wake him up or like should I just like let us land and then explain to him, should I tap him and be like, hey buddy, like we might be crashing, like, how do you wake that person up, and so I didn't know what to do, so I just nudged him, like his like arm was on the armrest like this.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like nudged him, so he did one of those things.
And got up, and
then he's like, "What's happening?" And I was like, "We're making an emergency landing." And he was like, "Ugh."
Because you hit a bird?
But yeah, no, I don't know what happened. It was like mechanical issues, but yeah. And then we landed, and then he was like, "Oh, you woke me up for that."
Oh.
And he was mad at me.
What a dick.
I know he was mad at me for waking him up.
What
but like,
a dick. No, I mean I want to die in my sleep, but I want you to wake me up. Like, yeah.
wait,
let me
it's not
know.
like.
Yeah.
You're going back to sleep though. If you're on
Yeah.
an airplane,
Yeah, you're not gonna
asleep,
sleep. Yeah,
and
you're
then
not.
someone wakes you up and you're like, "Hey, by the way, we're going down." You're not gonna be like,
No, I'm not.
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
get a
not.
tight
You
25.
did nothing wrong there if you honestly thought, especially if you guys were the ones that are at the emergency door. Were you
That's
guys
what I thought. I was like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
You're doing the right thing. You're the
Yeah,
emergency
you're
door
closest
person.
to the door. You have the most responsibility.
Yeah.
I just clear the hallway or like the airway.
Yeah, I always fantasized that like it would be the perfect situation where like I'd open the door and the thing would blow out and it'd be in like a nice desert area, like with water or whatever. I don't know, like something like that, and, like a dream.
Like Lost.
Yeah, like Lost. Yeah, exactly. But instead, it's gonna be like
Oh yeah, it's gonna be terrifying. It would be absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, airplanes are weird.
Oh earplugs is crazy.
If I like think too much about it, I get a headache.
Yeah. Well, what about the idea that like, the whole idea that like everybody on the plane believes that the plane's going to fly, so that's why it works? You ever heard that one before?
What, like, was that like the Santa conspiracy?
Yeah, it's kind of like the idea that like if everybody on the plane didn't realize the plane actually flies because what the fuck is a big piece of steel actually? How does that work in the sky? Like,
yeah, it makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, it makes
it really does.
Well, I mean, technically it's just lift versus velocity, blah blah blah. It's math and science and all that good shit, right? But
still makes my brain hurt.
But there is the philosophy of, once again, if you get a group of people that think they can take a boat across the Atlantic, they actually do. You know what I mean?
So what the fuck happened in the Titanic? Where half of them like...
That is the Titanic's a fucked up story. I mean, it's a really weird. There was so many weird things that went wrong that happened to the Titanic. Like,
I believe that I died on the Titanic in a past life.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm
Rose?
Serious. Are you Rose? Hi, Rose.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, okay.
Give me your story.
So, do you believe in past lives or anything like that?
I don't disagree. I don't take them out. I'm not taking them out.
I've always just had this like really weird fear of the Titanic. Like, I could look at other boat wrecks or whatever, and this is before I saw the movie. I didn't see the movie until high school. So like just any documentary or anything like that I would see ruins of it, and I would just get terrified. I mean, like genuinely paralyzing terrified.
Really?
Like even just seeing like chairs and stuff or like any of the wreckage or anything like that. Yeah, genuinely scared.
Really?
And then here's what sold me is I have a reoccurring dream.
Okay.
That I am in water around a bunch of people screaming and I'm cold. And then I just like fucking wake up. And that's the whole dream. There's like no boat going down or anything but yeah, it's just me in cold water. Isn't that nuts?
That's a very weird dream.
So then my mind, I was like, oh, I must have just died on the Titanic.
So you telling me, okay, so like, cause you're quite a bit younger and that movie came out a while back.
It came out the year I was born.
Okay, there you go. So you're telling me that it's not possible that like it was in the background and you were like you're like 6 or 7 years old and you kind of like had that weird dream or something, and then it's never been processed through your brain. So do you think it was ever on the background when you were a kid?
Maybe, but I know my parents pretty well, and they're not
like that.
They're not Titanic people.
No, they're Stephen King people.
Yeah, my mom's Stephen King, my dad's John Wayne.
Oh.
So. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's a complicated childhood.
That's westerns versus horrors. Did you watch like Pet Sematary and shit with your mom? Did you watch all that stuff with her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember this one.
Because that's
one called The
arguably
Bermuda
my
Triangle.
scariest of all Stephen King books. That's one of the scariest.
Pet Sematary, really?
Oh, the little kid when he cuts the Achilles off. Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
And he brings the little kid back to life.
Yeah,
he brings his son back to life. It's so scary.
Yeah, but
Spoiler.
the Achilles.
Sorry, spoiler. Stephen King, Pet Sematary, great movie.
But the Achilles.
Oh.
I check underneath my car before I get into it.
Oh God, it's
terrified.
He had the blade. Like to this day, I still remember the blade. And that was also, don't forget too, the little kid dies, but by this gigantic semi running him over, and that was fucking scary too.
Yeah,
that was scary.
Did you ever see any of the Final Destinations?
Oh yeah, I loved all those.
Yeah, I still won't drive behind any semi that has any like wood or anything.
Logs or anything.
Yeah. I
yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah.
And I don't like things near my eyes because I think it's in the second one. There's a guy who has this fire. Oh, whoops. The guy who has a fire escape and he's going down the fire escape in his apartment and then he lands on his back and he's like, oh my God, I made it. And then the ladder comes through his eyes.
Oh God. Yeah.
Still to this day, like every time I go to the eye doctor, I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, ladders.
Ladders. At the eye
I'm
doctor.
terrified.
Oh my God, ladders.
Yeah. It's scary.
It is so scary. Yeah, I know. Those Final Destinations, they were really good. They really made you think like, fuck, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, and like tanning beds.
Yeah.
There was like the woman who like
man.
fried to death in a tanning bed.
It's so ridiculous. That would never happen.
It developed so many irrational fears
I
for
know.
me. So
There's,
many.
that would never happen. The thing falling off the back of a truck, that
could happen. I've seen pictures of that happen.
That's a tough one. Those are all good though. I love those. Yeah.
Are you a horror movie fan?
Huge.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Huge.
see that.
Yeah, I like horror. My favorite is sci-fi. I'm a huge.
Were you a Mystery Science Theater person?
Yeah.
The Mystery Science Theater
yes,
3000?
Yes, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
My favorite one is The Final Sacrifice.
The Final Sacrifice.
You should definitely watch it with Ross Tower.
You gotta text me it.
Oh, I will.
Text me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Dude, those guys were great. Still are. They're not
What a
dead.
cool
Any kill.
concept.
Oh, it's a great
Like watching a movie, like an old movie that everybody makes fun of.
and doing it right though.
Yeah, and
They're-
having the comments at just at the right time.
Their
Really genius.
one-liners are legilery. Like,
Yeah,
their
I
one-li-
still quote them. I quote them in
Yes.
everyday life.
Dude, they're legendary in my opinion. They really are. I love them.
I agree.
And they just did something. The last time they were on Netflix, they released this crazy thing where they did like 3 of them in a row. Like it was like
yeah.
it was like 9 hours, and it was like he was like saying that he had to do all 9 hours or he couldn't get out. And,
Right.
And it was by the end of it, even I was like the third one. Even though I was laughing the whole way, I was like, I gotta stop watching this.
Yeah, after a while.
Yeah, it
after a
gets-
while,
it
you're
gets
like,
too much.
okay,
Yeah, it
yeah,
gets
I need to watch an actual.
Because it's all just it's awesome humor, but it's all one-liners. It's all just like waiting for something to happen and be like,
Right. It's all commentating.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah, I
commentating.
love it. But they have different guys. I have to.
You gotta talk better.
I keep on getting.
Keep on. You gotta
I
go.
know.
Oh.
Once again, sorry, Dad.
You say-
You gotta get close.
Yeah. So no. Anyway, so what we got? Let's talk about this. There's a couple other things that we went on a complete. The one thing I did want to talk about was the fact that you do host the open mic here.
I do.
Yes. So let's talk about that for a second.
So
When is
I
it?
more produce it. It's on Wednesdays
Produce
at
it,
8
thank you.
o'clock.
Produce it. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
guest hosts, right? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I have a lot of comedians that come out. Last week we had like 30 something comedians.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah, that was
Girls,
awesome. And
guys,
and
everybody.
we had an audience too. I mean, audience is welcome.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Doors open for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8.
And a lot of these comedians, because I've been to a lot of them, and a lot of these comedians are cutting their teeth at this. It's starting with some new jokes.
Yep.
Some of them, you're like, they got fucking A material. Like some of them just go up there and just run their A material, and it's
Yep.
fucking hilarious.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's really cool
Like
to
you
see.
get, and I can't listen. I tried my 5 minutes, and it was I bombed like a bombity bomb.
You didn't do that bad.
Oh,
You didn't do that bad.
I just couldn't. It's just a different game. It's such the stage, the music stage and the comedian's comic stage, just two different crafts.
Oh, completely.
Completely.
Yeah.
And I'm very comfortable on a stage with music. I'm super comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And I can host all night. I can host anything, you know. But when it comes to doing 5 minutes up there, fuck, I'd rather punch myself in the balls.
Yeah.
It's
It's
tough.
it's tough. It's tough, especially when you know you're bombing.
Oh,
That's the worst. Is like when you're in the middle and you're like, oh my god, I still haven't even gotten the light yet. I have no idea how.
idea.
Like I can't even pull myself
your mouth
out
dries
of this.
up. Your mouth
Yeah.
starts drying up. You
I
get
can't
cotton
even
mouth.
pull myself out of this. Like I can tell they already are like, all right, bitch, like get off the fucking stage.
All right, next comedian.
Yeah,
come
you
on.
said a little bit too much, and I was like, sorry guys, I still got 4 minutes. But like I don't know, like when you know you're bombing, that's a really scary. It's a weird feeling, cause like I think I'm hilarious. Like,
Right.
I'm like the funniest person I've ever met, and so when I'm up on stage and no one else is laughing, I think this might be my narcissistic trait where I'm like, that's funny. There's something wrong with you.
Right.
Like
right.
what I'm saying is funny,
Funny.
and people are like, I find that offensive, and you're like piss off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and you got to know your room too. You got to know your fucking room.
Yeah.
You do. But the problem is
Especially
that,
open mics. Like
But,
open mic, you can come here and say pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
definitely.
really
You're not
can
gonna
because
offend
it's
anybody.
practice, man.
Yeah, it's practice.
I mean,
and everybody, the 90% of the people out there, or no, I shouldn't say that. I'll say 70% out there are other comedians, and they know the game. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I really, really, really dislike when every once in a while we've had a couple. I'm never gonna name anybody, but we've had a couple people that took an opportunity to just showcase their opinion about whatever, a politic joke or or a family joke or a skin joke or whatever. They have a point to make a scene. You know, I mean, you can just sit there and not laugh at it and just move on to the next joke, or you can, if you really want to leave, you can leave. But it's the ones that make a scene.
Oh, I know.
Oh God,
They're the worst. They think that like
they
think that they matter. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Is that everybody thinks that they matter and they don't.
They're Will Smith. They're Will Smith. I mean, they think that
They're the Will Smiths of the world.
They think that the world's their theater. And,
Yeah.
and I hate to do this to you, unless it's conspiracy, and it is Pfizer. The world is owned by Pfizer. So.
The world is
Yeah,
owned by
we're-
pharmaceutical
pharmaceutical
companies.
companies,
Yeah.
Yeah, something crazy. So 70% of the commercials that were on the news were drug commercials. 70% of the commercials.
I believe it.
So they're just so you watch the news, you get scared, so you buy drugs.
Raising hypochondriacs. That's
Raising-
what I've been saying.
Yeah, I know. That's because the hypochondriacs, they keep paying. They keep paying.
I know, it's a cash cow.
It is a cash cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stick to the good drugs. Weed and alcohol, you know? Well, alcohol's not a good one, but...
And the occasional
I like
psychedelics.
it, but it'll kill me.
Yeah.
What the shit was that? I know people didn't hear that. We just had somebody go like a million miles per hour outside. Yeah, no, so anyway, open mic. We got the open mic on Wednesdays, which is awesome. And then...
A showcase at the last Wednesday of every month. We have a showcase.
Talk more detail about that, please.
So I am co-producer with Kadeem Fuller.
Kadeem, shout out to Kadeem. He's the best.
Yeah, he is. He's a very funny comic.
If you guys get a chance, look up all his shit. His shit is awesome.
Yeah,
please.
hilarious.
His shit's great.
And so I'm co-producer with Kadeem, who's more of a city comic. And so we take 3 suburb comics and 3 city comics, and we put on a showcase at the end of each month. So you'll get 7 comics, and 5 of them do about 10 minutes, and then there's a headliner who will do about 15 to 20.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
and once again we do that how many times?
Once a month.
Once a month.
The last Wednesday of each month.
Last Wednesday of each month, and then every other Wednesday is open mic.
Yes.
Yep.
And so headlining this month in
Yeah.
April is Jack Baker.
Oh, I love Jack. Shout out to
Yeah,
Jack.
a Comedy Vault favorite.
Yeah, Comedy Vault.
So I'm very
definitely.
excited to have Jack headline this.
Yeah, he's
this month.
great. That guy is great. I
Yeah.
love him. That's funny. I'll be there for that then. I'll be there for that
Yeah.
one for sure. Yeah.
I won't be.
Oh yeah,
I'll
where
be in
you
Austin.
That's going to be in Austin. Oh, that's right. I have to be
So
there. I have
you
to
have
work.
to be there, yeah.
Is that going to work?
Yeah, you're gonna be there.
Fuck, I got to work. All right, that's fine. That's going to be fun then. I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hang out with my boy Jack and fucking...
Yeah, it's
Get
gonna
to
be
work.
it's gonna be a really good show.
All right, sweet. All right, so then, if anybody else doesn't know how it works, then what we do is we have usually a national act come through. We do have a lot of locals that do features and host. So how it works is the host goes up there, just in case for people out there that don't know how this works, the host goes up there and they actually are the ones that introduces the feature, which will do usually 12, 15 minutes, you know, depending on the length of whatever. And then the main act will be the main showcase will go on and do, 40 to 50 or whatever, an hour, depending on what they want, whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, whatever the fuck they want. And just enough for us to turn the room, because we have a 7 o'clock show on Friday, and then we go 9:30 show.
9:30.
And we do the same thing on Saturdays. So we have 2 shows. So please, guys, get out
And
our...
Thursdays.
And Thursday. 1 show on Thursday. Thank you. We got to push the Thursday for sure. So yeah, Thursdays are great. And who do we got this weekend now? Who do we got?
Gianmarco
Talk to me.
Sorcy. He's very funny. It's very, very funny. I can't remember his entire resume, but I would look him up on social media because he does a lot of social media promotion.
Say his name again.
Gianmarco.
Tickets are on sale now. Please. If you want to
Yes.
take a date out, get outside and enjoy it. Take a look at the room. It's gonna be really fun. It really is. So, is there anything else you would like to talk about? Your podcast? You got a podcast going on, don't you?
I do. Yes.
Yeah. What do you got? And you told me you got a guy, the dude that you do a podcast with.
Ryan Graham.
Shout out to Ryan Graham.
Shout out to Ryan Graham.
Yeah, so
he and I dated in college.
Ah, well, you guys are Catholic, so you didn't really date.
Yeah. No, we. Now that I think about it, yeah. Yeah. No, he's a very, very funny comic. Started comedy around the same time.
Awesome. We're gonna
In
get him on a
Dubuque.
stage out here. Or
Oh,
what?
hell yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
beautiful.
I would love for him to come out. So, yep, every week he and I, or close to every week, he and I go out, or I would drive out to Milwaukee and he and I do a podcast called Cool Table.
Cool Table. Okay,
Cool
so
Table.
look that up. Cool Table.
Yeah, you can
out
see us
in
on
Milwaukee.
Yeah, you can see us on TikTok at Cool Table Pod.
Cool Table Pod. Shout it
But,
out.
Yeah, it's very fun. We talk about a lot of stuff. We sometimes review porn together.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was kind of our thing when we were dating. We thought that it was, and not sexual.
Right.
It wasn't. It was like a
No, the cinematography, the actual direction.
It was
art.
like an activity for us. So we would get drunk or whatever,
Okay.
or other extracurricular activities,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd put keywords on notebook paper and we put them into a hat, and then we would pick out 3 of them and we'd be like, is there porn on it? And there always was. So then we just started getting weirder and weirder with our keywords, and it just became like a hobby of even after we broke up, we were still friends. So we FaceTime each other and we share our screen, and we'll just watch the weirdest shit and be like, what the fuck is going on?
And you guys turned that into a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love
Yeah,
it.
and so
Well,
we-
I'm on it. I'll start watching it.
Yeah, we couldn't put the full thing on YouTube for obvious reasons, because we
Right.
do show what we're watching, because it's kind of, some of it's very difficult to describe what you're watching.
Yes.
But so we couldn't put the full thing on YouTube, so we had to put it on X videos. So you can check us out on X videos.
That is hilarious. X videos.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
all right. There you go.
If I wasn't disappointing enough to my family, I'm now officially on a porn website.
You are on X videos.
Yeah, I'm on a porn website.
Well, you know,
Doing a podcast is the worst thing ever.
you know, the porn industry is at like 8 trillion porn videos out there right now. So like
Trillion?
Oh, I'm just saying, there's so much. You know, Louis C.K. has the best. He has one of my favorite jokes. It's so hilarious. He goes, if you spent 10 hours a day, right, 10 hours a day watching porn in alphabetical order, right,
Yeah.
and you did it for 40 years, you couldn't even get out of anal. Like.
That's true.
And I'm like, that's a funny joke because he's right. He's
That's
right.
bizarre. There's so many options.
There's so much porn. There's so much porn.
So many options.
So much porn. It's crazy. People just like to videotape themselves having sex.
Interesting.
People like to do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Porn and prostitution, fine line. I'm telling you. It all loops back together.
And there's a lot of money in the porn industry too.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a business for
We
sure.
found this one that was puppets,
Right?
and it wasn't like people having sex with puppets. It was puppets having sex with puppets.
Jesus.
And they were anatomically correct, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm a big fan. I want to order one.
You can order one?
Yeah, they're from Sweden. But
Man, it's just amazing.
yeah.
So that's funny. So that you guys do that. You guys do that podcast. That's awesome. I'm gonna watch it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch it.
please watch it.
I love porn. I love talking about porn.
We're on Spotify too.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get a virus on your computer, we're on Spotify too. You just can't see what we're seeing.
No, I know. I want to see what you're seeing. Yeah.
But yeah, and then other than that,
You going to Austin? That's your next big trip.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting for gigging. You're just
yeah,
gonna gigging.
just waiting for gigs.
All right, sweet.
So if anybody wants to hire me,
There it is. Shout out. So, well, listen, you're awesome. I love you. You've been really, really awesome to this place. I know Liz loves you big time, and I really look forward to us working together. I look forward to us doing this again.
yes,
Over
that'd be
again.
very fun.
Over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully next time we talk, we got more detail on some more cool events coming up here. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
So please take a look at our website. We got a bunch of great comedians coming out, and Evenflow's a nice, awesome place too. You ever been there? It's fun.
Of course I've been to Evenflow.
Little fun little place. It's a little
I
music.
end my weekends there.
Music. Thank you. A little music store, a little music restaurant and bar right down the street. What? What did he say? What did he say back there? I didn't
I
hear
think
what he
he's
said.
telling you wrap it up.
Oh, wrap it up. Give it up.
No, he's yawning.
Oh, he's yawning. He's yawning.
He's okay.
All right. So anyway, but I just want to say thank you.
What?
I get yelled at. You see, the problem is I can't hear what the goddamn fucking. He's making fun of me because I'm probably commercializing it a little bit too much right now. But that's okay because hey, we gotta let everybody know what's going on. Come on out and see you.
True.
Yeah,
If you
so-
ever come out to the Comedy Vault, I will be the one seating you.
There she is. There is Abby. Abby Jean, everyone. She's awesome, comedian, whatever, porn entrepreneur, ghost
Porn
host,
review specialist.
porn review specialist.
I'm a porn review specialist.
She knows about ghost and stuff.
Spooky porn review.
happy fucking birthday, by the way.
Hey,
Congratulations.
thanks, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Super fun, super awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you guys. What are we doing this thing?
Whatever you want to do.
No, we're done. Wrap it up.
Recording for another 5 minutes, and if you guys do anything interesting, I'll maybe put it in there too.
Another 5 minutes. So if we put it down. Oh, I forgot. No, you're right. I forgot. Okay. One of the things that I do, so keep recording, obviously. So one of the things that I do that I love to do, and I do it at Evenflow, is when I do ask one specific question. If at Evenflow, like if I ask these musicians, I'm like, if I could I had to delete all your brain. You can only take 3 musicians with you. You can only take 3 to an island, and those are the only songs, and you can only jam with those people. Okay.
Okay.
If you can only take 3 comedians with you, what 3 comedians are you taking with you to the island?
Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope.
Let's see. Doug Stanhope. Probably Robin Williams.
Okay, love him.
And I don't know. I'd have to think of a third. Like, who would I really? Because like Stanhope for sure.
Stanhope.
Stanhope is my number
He's
one.
number one.
I have like an unhealthy obsession with that man. It's really bad. Like unhealthy. Like Like I saw him out at Brower House
Okay.
in Lombard, and I almost threw up when he walked out on stage.
Really?
Like, yeah, and
you got.
I don't know what it is. Like I look at him and I'm like I'm just, I want to get in there.
Oh wow.
I'm obsessed with him.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Let's see. I would say Jim Carrey, but he's not really stand up.
His early stand up was legendary.
Oh, for sure.
Legendary.
Well, I was gonna say Bill Burr, but if we're on an island, I feel like it would be a lot of complaining, and I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah, fucking Bill Burr's
Yeah.
a blast, but you're damn
Yeah.
right. You're damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Stanhope Williams and maybe Segura.
Oh,
Tom
nice.
Segura.
Yeah.
I really enjoy him.
Yeah, he's got a very awesome outlook on life. And
Yeah.
and he's
just
funny.
always kinda- yeah.
He's funny as shit too. Yeah. I do like him too.
What about you?
You know, I haven't had a chance to think about it really. I mean, I gotta say, Chappelle's my favorite of all time.
Yeah,
Period.
Chappelle would be good.
Yeah,
He would
Chappelle's my
probably
favorite.
bring weed.
Yeah. Chappelle's my absolute favorite of all time. And then growing up, man, I saw Chris Rock at ISU. See, I went to ISU.
Did you?
Yeah, we went to college, and Chris Rock came to ISU, came to our Bone Student Center Hall, you know.
Cool.
And we literally, my fraternity and a bunch of my friends, we watched Eddie Murphy's Raw, and we got all greased up and
All
ready to
jazzed
go,
up,
and
yeah.
then we went to go see Chris Rock,
Oh, that's dope.
and it was like I literally couldn't believe like how fucking good he was. Like
That's dope.
he was that fucking good.
Yeah.
We were blown out of my mind. So I would probably have to put him up there too. He just seen him live and remembering that memory, and it was just so much fun. And then I don't know.
Right? Like
Yeah,
the third one
it's
is
tough.
the third one is the doozy.
The third one's a doozy for sure. So many good ones out there.
Because if I want to go practical,
Yeah,
I would want to
you
think of
gotta-
someone that can camp.
The problem is that like George Carlin is my favorite because not because he makes me go ha 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 ha. Like George Carlin doesn't make me go like ah yeah exactly. Like he makes
Very
you laugh,
smart,
but
very smart
but
comedy.
like after it's over with, you're just fucking beautiful. Oh, oh, thank you. Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes, R.I.P. Big time.
R.I.P.
Talk to me. Give me some of your memories with that dude.
So, well, my first memory, obviously, well, I'm quite a bit younger than you.
Yeah.
So my first memory is him as Iago for
Yes.
Aladdin.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah, of course, my favorite. Yeah.
And then I really enjoyed him reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my
That
god.
was very, very funny.
Oh, that's.
But
good
he's
work.
just one of those comics that just has the material of he's just gonna say kind of whatever the fuck he wants. Like he had this set from I want to say 2020 at Gotham in New York. And I was surprised that a lot of people looked like that they were paying for the seat to see Gilbert Gottfried, but like no one like laughed at his material. But it's such Gottfried material where it's just kind of out there and it's very in your face, but it's funny because I think a lot of it
they
is
didn't laugh?
Gilbert Gottfried.
They didn't laugh at it.
They kind of got with it within like the first couple of minutes, but I mean that's regardless. The audience is regardless of how good the comedy was. I
Right.
mean it's
Right.
still
Right.
Gilbert Gottfried.
He had timing. He could just fill that room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His voice could just fill that room. And I
It's
like
kind of phenomenal. That's his real voice. I mean,
It
can you
is.
imagine him doing anything else but entertainment?
No, I couldn't imagine.
I would lose my mind if I got him as like a
teacher. Heaven forbid being married to him. I mean, oh my God, I'm just kidding. No.
Just having to hear that. Oh,
No.
yeah.
Like all the time. No, but I mean, he was so smart too. Yeah, no, he blew my mind, and like we grew up with him, and he was always on TV.
Yeah?
He was always on something. You
Oh,
know?
really?
Every year he was on something, and like you said, Aladdin was one of the most famous things.
Yeah.
You know, but he was just always on something. There was always a special or something that was on, or like I'll never forget like when Comedy Central had their big thing, because Comedy Central had their big thing for a while where they were going to every club around the United States and recording shows and stuff like that.
Comedy Central presents.
Yeah, Comedy Central presents, and you know he would do like there's just he was always on something.
Yeah.
And it sucks. God rest.
R.I.P.
Peace. Big time.
Peace.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, boss man,
Well,
we did it.
We got it.
We did it.
Awesomeness. Thank you. You're the best.
Next.
We'll do this again.
Okay.
We'll do it again. Awesome.
I am so.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, everybody. Peace out. Start the music. Roll credits.
I have to pee so bad.
I gotta pee too.